Welcome back to the show. Well, Hong Kong's Economics and Commerce Secretary speaking in the last couple of minutes. This has got to do with the proposed Singapore-Hong Kong travel bubble, and Emily Tan has the details, so let's get straight out to her now. And what's he had to say?
Yeah, that's right, Matt. We know that there's been an increase in the case loads over in Singapore and bringing into question whether or not the Hong Kong-Singapore travel bubble will go ahead. This is slated to start on May the 26th, so about 2 weeks out from that. Edward Yao saying that he has been in contact with his Singapore counterparts weekly and even on a daily basis, and he was quoting his Singapore counterparts to say that there is a high chance the bubble arrangement may not be able to resume under the agreed mechanism. And what that is that there is a 7-day average that they're going to be keeping track of, and that number has to be less than 5. There are also some, of course, stricter requirements of testing and vaccinations even in order for this bubble to actually go ahead. And as I mentioned, May the 26th is the date that it is expected to go ahead for a second time. It got pulled at the last minute last year in November because Hong Kong's numbers kind of shot up. This time around, the second time, it looks like it's Singapore with an increase in the caseloads. So Edward Yao saying that he's expected to have a meeting with the Transport Secretary of Singapore early next week, and he says that he'll have a more definite answer then. Edward Yao going on to say that it's best to endeavor to make the best arrangement. They need to prepare for the worst, though, and they're going to be taking absolutely every precaution necessary. So looking at some of the travel stocks here, because Cathay Pacific is going to be having the travel flights. They are the only airline that is going to be carrying the travel bubble flights from Hong Kong to Singapore, and then of course Singapore Airlines as well. But because of the increase in the caseload numbers of COVID over in Singapore, this second attempt that the governments are trying to make for the travel bubble may be in jeopardy. So Edward Yao, the Commerce Secretary here in Hong Kong, saying that he'll have more updates early next week following a meeting with the Transport Secretary over in Singapore.